Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Cincinnati Bearcats and the Houston Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Well, guys, checking in with Cincinnati's head coach, he is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Cincinnati's offense will go to work first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in, and we just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
That's why it's so important to have success on first and second down. They're running the ball on second down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Finding some room. Well, pick six. He takes it in. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick six.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. He'll bring it out. It's Payne. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Cincinnati brings its offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll go to the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Yeah, and this man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
That's caught. It's Henry. Good job running that route to get past the sticks, because he got nothing after the catch.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Yeah, these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times when you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting to the ball and DBs not. This time you could tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the play.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's got him. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down.
I love the 3rd down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on 3rd down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
Teams proving to be special.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Payne. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Bearcats offense heads out to get things started on this drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw. It's French. Bringing the heat. Had to throw it before he wanted.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet. When you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
Now backed up in their own end. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move, he fires. Working that left side. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Great job by the defense, understanding what they were seeing. They played the read game beautifully, strung it out. Quarterback continues to drift to his left. No space to get through. Tackle for a loss for this defense.
The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. It looks as if we have an injured Bearcat on the field. And the Bearcats will line up to punt it away. The last time they punted it went back for 6. Way back in his own territory as he hauls it in. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. So Houston's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. We get our first look at Connor Wigman. His first order of business, manage the game and don't get them behind the sticks. inside. It's Hughes. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Wegman. Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Sanford. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Hauls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. Gets the back moving. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's got it. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and then all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
To throw, it's Wegman. Got his man. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Makes the grab. It's Walker. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
The Cougars trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Sends it back in motion. He wants to throw it again. Gets it to the back. He's going for the goal line. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to power it in. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need 1 more yard. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here.
I know the aggressive play is to go for the touchdown, but with a little bit of lead right here and a great start for my offense, I'm going to kick this field goal, Palmer.
I'm going the other way. I'm going aggressive here. You can put the nail in the coffin with the touchdown. Even if you don't get it, they still have to.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cougars! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
He'll bring it out. It's Payne. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bearcats offense out there to go on the attack. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Gonna run it. It's Perry. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. And the Bearcats in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. They'll put in play from the 27, first down.
And the defense gives up the first down, and oh, here they go. They're going fast, no time to substitute, got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Perry. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last 2 possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on 3rd down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the scoreboard.
Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking downfield, it's French. Fires on the move. He makes a catch. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll move the tight end.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's got it again. There's some room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Johnson. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the run, it's Perry. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. A run for the quarterback. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the team.
Gets it out to the 16-yard line, and it'll be a first down. motion going up-tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Man, those sweet feet could dance on a light bulb. He's out to the 23. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Gets it out quickly. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on first down. The screen, he can go. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Timeout Houston, their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Caught behind the line. It's Hughes. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Wants to throw it again. Going to take a shot at this DB. Leaping grab for a big gain. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 12 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's the Buckeyes, hoping that the clock hits zeros while they're still in front. A victory today would move them to 8-1 and catapult this team forward as they make their stretch run. Bringing things back to your game, one more refresher on how the first half went down. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
The Bearcats will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside is 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. At the end of a play, there is an injured Houston player on the field. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before it's stopped, and it'll be first down.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
Slings it downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Looking left. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Soft spot in the middle. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Motion from the back. To the air on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hughes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And I'm not surprised by this QB, man. He's picking up where he left off, right? They've built a cushion, built a lead, struggling to stop the passing game, keep pushing the ball down the field. He's making the right reads, and this offense is in a groove.
To the air, it's Wegman. Pressure coming, and it's a sack.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
What a grab with one hand.
You see this more and more in practice all the time. Everyone practicing one-handed catches ad nauseum, just going up, trying to snag it. Practice paid off for sure.
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. They'll send the back in motion. The snap sets up to throw. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He's at the 40, at the 20, and he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
Man, the offense rolls the dice. They want 6. They choose not to kick a field goal. They choose to be aggressive, and man, do they make a big mistake. Throw the football, intercept it. Not only that, he takes it all the way back to the house. What a momentum swing in this football game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Cougars sideline, the offense is getting ready to take the field right now, but they have been patting the defense on the back, patting guys on the helmet, saying, get that ball back for us. We are going to make them pay. This defense has kept their offense right in it. There's a ton of chemistry and excitement down here on the field. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick six. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
Gets the back moving. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
So now it's second and long. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone action. Defense.
The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's second and 5. The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. He's knocked down. Short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Motion from the wide receiver. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So first down, we'll open up the final period. They'll give it to him again. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. Off play action. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Looking for a man. It's French. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And this offense has gotten off to a good start on third down, but this is a different deal on third and long. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Back to pass. It's Wegman. Snagged out of the air. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Hughes. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, the defense was in cover two, which means they had 2 safeties playing deep, and they took everything away from the quarterback vertically, forcing him to have to try to check it down. And a great job by the linebacker, jumping the throw and getting the pick.
Sweet cut there. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
And the Bearcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's French. They go to the wide receiver screen. Crosses the 40. He's running free down the middle. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bearcats!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Bearcats use the first of their 3 timeouts. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Got it behind the line. It's Sanford. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Timeout called, Cincinnati using it second. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Wegman. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wideout set, trips right. Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Now Cincinnati spends its final timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions. Now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again.
It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity in 2 weeks to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Back to throw, it's French. Looking to the big tight end. That's reeled in, it's Grover. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together, maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
The Bearcats want to crank the tempo. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Maybe a crease. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
A hands team doing its job, and that's going to do it for this one.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Sanford. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. A shot toward the end zone, and that is interception number 3 on the day. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
Well, there's no quitting this defense. I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
Here's the pressure. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz. Understand?
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.